Hello, and welcome back to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and today I'm going to do something that I haven't done since 2023 around July of that year. I am going to film a Get Ready With Me. A longer video. I hope I have enough time, so it might end up being two parts. So it might cut off abruptly because I'm not sure exactly how much time this laptop allows you to film for. But I'm going to try to be as expeditious as possible. And we're just going to get through it. I'm going to be using all new to me products except four, I believe. Three or four. And I will let you know what those products are. I'm attempting to work with the lighting, and this camera thing is it's called something, automatic focus or something, or automatic positioning. So it's moving to give me more of a to fill up the screen as far as the zoom. So I think it's automatic zoom or something. So I'm not sure if that affects what you see on the back end once the video uploads, if you're going to see the movement or not. So I hope that's not distracting. If it is, please let me know in the comments and I will adjust that. I have a fan on right now because I be getting hot. I'm in my 50s, so I'll be getting hot. So if hopefully you don't hear that, you can see it right here behind me. It's on the lowest setting. And like I said, I'm working with the lighting situation. I have a bottle of water ready to go. I'm using my Metwego lighted mirror. So that's here. I'm loving it so far. I have my ring light on this side. I moved it over. I had it in front of me, but then it was so dark on this side, so I'm hoping that having that light over here illuminates this side or reduces the shadow. I have my basket of goodies that I'm going to be using. I'll show that to you here. I bought this little caddy from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. It's collapsible. That way, because like my see, the thing just moves. I'm not sure if you see that, but I bought that because it holds way more than my makeup bag does, and I can see everything's not like draining to the bottom or falling to the bottom. I can sit things straight up. I can see exactly what's in there. Grab it, go. So I like that. And like I said, it's collapsible, and it does have handles on it. It's just that I have a couple things sitting up higher, so the handles I have to maneuver, and I didn't want to go through all that, so I just lifted the whole thing up. And I don't have a table over here. I'm using my advent calendar box. See, it's very purposeful, even after you're done with it, as a little stand for this. I have a microfiber towel in my lap for any things I might need to dust off or wipe off, and a color switch. I should take that out. For the eyeshadows, this is from, I have two of these, and it's from, as you can see, Ulta. I have been in Ulta forever, but there it is. And like I said, the majority of these products are going to be very new. This is going to be a makeup look using the Dose of Colors and the Victoria Beckham palettes to see how similar or comparable they are to each other. So I'm going to try to make the look as similar as possible using colors I think are similar so that the eye looks cohesive. I'm not going to tell you which eye either palette is on. I'll ask you to pay attention and make your guesses throughout the video. And at the end of the video, then you can, I'll reveal which eye has what. We're going to try some new things today. Got some makeup wipes just in case things go awry. But let's get started because I'm talking. See, it's constantly moving. First things first, we're going to use, and this was a brand, so this is not new to me, so this might make number 4. This is a brand that everybody probably knows, Sugar, the lip treatment. It was all the rage to maybe 10 years ago. This is just a little mini I probably got in a set. I'm using this to moisturize my lips. It looks all white. So I'll be using both the camera and the mirror for application purposes. And it still feels good and smells great and hasn't turned or anything. And this is the regular lip treatment. It has sunscreen SPF 15 in it. I just put that in the little hole in the color switch. It's supposed to be like a little spongy thing. It's supposed to be able to wet if you want to like wet your shadows. I'm not a fan of wetting shadows. It's either gonna do what it's gonna do or it ain't. I'm not into extra work per se. So, ooh wee. Let me get myself together here. I'm not putting a wig on, I don't think. We're gonna just focus on the face situation. So I'm gonna take my glasses off so I can't see a thing. And I hope I'm close enough that you can see my face. I'm very, I won't say I'm nervous, but I am very out of practice. Number one, and we're not out of practice in filming because I've been posting videos, but filming, I get ready with me because I have not been wearing full faces of makeup. I might do lips, brows, I might throw on some mascara, I might line my eyes, I might throw on a blush, but I have not like put on a full face of makeup since probably the end of 2023. Like I said, I hadn't really filmed since then either. And I just started filming this year, the 2025, around in November, October, maybe November, late November, I don't know. The winter months, when we was going from fall into winter, I started filming, and I promised that I would do this comparison of the two brands, Doseofcolors Smokey Soiree and Victoria Beckham's Victoria Quad. And that I'll be using all the makeup I've been buying lately. So I really need to get into that. So that's why I have so many different new things. And I don't know how they're going to work out because they are not my tried and true, I know what to do makeup. So I'm rambling. I'm dang near 10 minutes in. And I haven't done anything but apply the lip balm. So let's get started. First things first. I am going to be using, like I said, I already did the skin, the cleansing of the face thing. But I'm going to open up, so I'm going to be opening brand new products as well. This is the Lancome Hydrogen Liquid Glow Soothing Moisturizer. Has hyaluronic acid and rose extract. And what I should have done is grab some scissors. This is also going to elongate the video, so I do apologize for that. Like I said, the camera might cut off, and this will be a two-parter. This is what it looks like for dull, dry skin. This is the Hydrogen line. They also have it in a formula for oily skin. So this will be my first time using it. I shook it up, and I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but I don't think it could hurt anything. So let's see what happens when I put it in my hand. That might be too much. So it's coming out as a milky white cream. Very, very faint rose scent. that is more pronounced as you apply it to the face, but not overpowering, but you can smell that it is rose. So if you have an issue with rose in any way, shape, or form, I don't think it would necessarily bother you, but if you just don't like rose, period, then don't buy this. It's very faint, but it is there. And it does say that it has a rose extract in it. Next, let me move some things around here. We're going to go into the hydrogen cream. And like I said, they do have this in a gel cream for a more oily skin. This one is the cream, moisturizing and soothing cream. This has hyaluronic acid and centifolia rose extracts. Okay. But you know I went down a Lancome rabbit hole this year. And this is the 1.7 ounce. No, 1.69 ounce. Good for 12 months. Made in France. I believe that other thing was a 1 ounce situation. 1.69 ounce. Good for 12 months as well. I'm knocking stuff over in this little caddy thing that I said was good. Is what I'm trying to do. But lo and behold, I have found a flaw in my plan. Ooh, look how close I am. Okay. Put that right there. Now, they do have this in a squeezy tube that I did not see, which was cheaper, like $25 cheaper than this for the 1 ounce. And it has the safety seal here and some little, I don't know what this is, little something on the side. I think this is refillable. So you can save money without buying the jar again. Cream. This one has a more prominent rose scent, but I like rose. Yeah, more prominent rose scent. So again, if rose is not your jam, they do have, of course, the Renergy line, the Genifique line, probably something else. But yeah, you will have a rosy scented face. It will dissipate. The other one dissipated, but I like the scent, and I do feel moisturized. It's not heavy. I don't know why I'm putting it back in here now that I've used it, but trying to make sure everything fit back in this little caddy thing. Okay. Next, we're gonna do a prime. Oh, no, we're gonna do this eye cream. This is the Regenerate Dark Circle Correcting Eye Cream, and I picked that because what I got, dark circles. So this is a sample size. I believe I have a full size, but I grabbed a sample because I got a bunch of samples in like uh, good for purchase stuff. And this is 0.16 fluid ounce, and this is good for 6 months. This has a basic non smell to it, no fragrance. It's pink in color. Of course, it's a little thicker. And I don't assume that it's going to do anything to my under eye right now. But over time, it's supposed to brighten, hydrate, moisturize, and get rid of these dark circles. It's an anti-aging eye cream that you can use all over the eye. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if the full size is 6 months use, but this particular size is a 6 month use. Next, I'm kind of go in order. Like I said, I haven't been wearing makeup, so I really hope I haven't forgotten anything. Next, we're going to do the primer. Now, my primer, I'm excited to use and try. Look at this, how close I am. But look what it's doing. Oh, my God. Hopefully, it's good for you guys. This is a priming serum from Lancome. And I wanted to try this. Their regular priming serum is just, it's called La Base. And I think that sucker is like, what, $65 for 1 ounce. And it's just dimethicone. So I decided to try this. This is a 24-hour hydrating, solid smoothing primer with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide. So I said, well, let's try something different than what I have in my collection currently. This is the packaging. Very pretty. The iconic flower, the rose from Lancome. And this solid is good for 6 months, made in Korea. Most of their stuff is made in France, of course. So let's see if this is about. There's Lancome there. And my, don't feel greasy, it's just my nail is not working. I'm trying to open this up. Okay, I see where I'm supposed to open it up, but oh, you press the little button. The Lancome is a button, and that allows it to open up. That's good. It's a safety mechanism. It has a little spatula, a mirror, and a little door to the priming solid. I'll lift that, and as you can see, never used. I'm going to pull it back, and this is what it looks like. It's like peachy pink in color. No real scent to that. There's no point in keeping that. And I'm going to close this drawer. What do you want me to do? How do you put it on? This is also a refillable product. Good for 6 months. And I guess you just put it on with the applicator. Okay. We're going to do it like that. Let's get this applicator. I don't want to dig in it. This was not a cheap product, as you can probably discern. And this is 0.51, so not even a full ounce. It's half an ounce of product, 14.5 grams. I'm just going to get a little bit of, ooh, it's super creamy. So it's solid, but it's not a hard, waxy solid. And I'm going to apply that. So it has a, it smooths out, but it has a powder-like feel to it, like it dries to a powder. So that's what I'm going to use is that. So that's what I use so far. Can't see. Alright, we're going to close that back up. We're going to put our little spatula back in its case. And put it back in top there. We're going to leave the little tab on the, why's that on there? Put a little tab on the, I'm going to close that on the mirror. And put that back in the box. Not that I know why I'm keeping the box, because, hey, weird. I'm using it now. Now, I have a couple. Next thing, of course, is going to be the foundation. And what I do have a stick foundation from L'Oreal and those two expired foundations that I bought. Not L'Oreal, Lancome. Now, from what I understand, it's the sunscreen, not the foundation, that has, not the foundation itself that has expired, but the sunscreen that's in it. So, yeah, but I'm going to try this Lawless because I'm very interested in it. I had this before and I had it in 26D, which was a little light for me. So I sent it back. I got it from QVC on a bundle with a brush for under $55 because this is regularly $44 and then the brush was $37. So I got both for under $55. So then we can do the math on that. And it was on Easy Pay off QVC. So this is 28D. I'm going to try the brush that comes with it, or that came with it. This is their foundation brush. However, I don't think it's good for this formula of foundation. I did show you, now I didn't open up this. This is the new brush that came with the new foundation shade. So, yeah, it was kind of hard to get that little plastic off. So this is the brush itself. Like I said, it's very soft. So I don't know how it's going to move this around. Now, Julia from Accessorize Your Life, who I saw with this foundation, and I bought the same shade she had, which was 2060, because I thought we were comparable in color and shade, but apparently not. It was very hard to figure out which color to get. So if it wasn't going to be this, I think I was moving toward 29 something. I don't know, but I started with 28D, and that worked out. Because I think I could have also did 27, but I said, let me just jump. Because I want to get 27. It's almost there. So, yeah, I'm going to, I should have, you know what I should have? A foundation palette. But since I don't, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the lid to my, what you call this thing? My color switch. I'm going to use my, towel to clean it out real good. I'm going to put, I'll shook this up because it's been sitting. And you can see that is about, I have a big face. It sucks up stuff. So I did 2 pumps of that. That's the color. And I do have additional brushes in case this does not work out. But and what I forgot to do because I'm out of practice is put my concealer on first. So we'll go and do that after we do this. It spreads, well, the brush is doing pretty good here. It's spreading pretty good. Coverage is nice and light, very skin-like. Don't feel it on my skin. It's spreading well. It's supposed to get light to build. It's like a light to full coverage, but I can get it up to like a medium, which is about where I go naturally. So it doesn't have to be very, and it is covering up my under eye dark circles, so I'll give it that. Definitely doing that. I mean, not completely because I didn't put a lot on, but to put up under there, but get around the mouth where you might have some darkness you want to deal with. So the brush is doing better than I had anticipated. Like I said, it's very soft. And maybe I did use more foundation than I needed, but my face on the whole sucks it up. And this is proven to be Pretty good match. Bring it down a little bit under the neck, which is what I don't usually do. What do you think? Look good? Look okay? It feels like some kind of neutral undertone, even though it's a skin plumping, line smoothing foundation. This is good for 30 months. It does say shake well. It's called Foundation by Lawless. I'm just gonna get the rest out of here. And like I say, when I put it on to swatch, it did dry down very quickly, and it has dried down very quickly, even with applying it with the brush. So you have to, I don't want to say work fast, but you're not going to be able to just let it sit there. Not to say it won't smooth out, but I'm at. So I'm approaching 30 minutes now. So I don't, maybe this is going to end up 3 parts. Woo! So maybe I end up being like complexion, eye look, and then finishing. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I almost feel like I don't need to do the under eye situation, but we're going to because we have a new product to use. Back in the box you go. So I have to remember to take this out the box and wash it or, you know, get it nice and clean. If it goes back in, okay. Like I say, this whole set was under $55 on Easy Pay. And yeah, 37 for this, 44 for that. What's that, 81? Good, good deal. Next. What comes next? Okay, let's do the if I can find it. Let's do the concealer. So, this was a perk from the rewards. As you buy, you get rewards points, and then they have a rewards catalog. So I got this, which is a part of the Tint Doll Ultra Care and Glow line, which is what the foundation is. This does not have SPF in it. It is not expired. But did I check that? Dang. Maybe because it was free. I didn't check it. But this is a natural skin glow all day hydration serum concealer in 505N, which is the shade of foundation I ultimately purchased. Let's see if it's a expiration date. No expiration date on here. It just has a what is it, 12-month? Man, where is it at? It's so small. You can't. 6 months. This one was made in France. Okay. This is the packaging and the color. Again, this is not the foundation from Lancome. So, and I bought myself a little puff. This is like a little puff I got in a package, a multi-pack from like Walmart. So it has a velour or flocked side and then like a little flat side. I'm going to use that to under the eye when I put that foundation so it doesn't settle into my lines because of course that's not what it's for. But this is the concealer, and I haven't opened this up either. This is 13 mils, so a little under a half ounce. I don't even know what the dough for. Okay, so it has a weird shaped dough foot, like almost like it would be more of a lipstick applicator. But there is, as you can see, a lot of product in the well of this. No scent. Let's apply. So this is, I don't need a super bright under eye. the applicators, let me get this, it's like a little piece of hair or something, is very, not very flexible, but it moves, as you can see. So be careful if you get it, so that you don't break the doe foot off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little puffy thing, and I'm going to use it to blend in. I know you're supposed to wait, and I forgot to wait. Let's just say I prefer my Maybelline Asian wine erase whatever hazelnut off that. But at least I didn't technically pay for it. I got it with points, and I was able to try it. The color is fine. I just find that it's kind of like, and I should have applied this before the foundation, that it's kind of lifting up under the eye where the foundation was a little bit. So it's okay. That's the only place I really apply concealer. So I'm gonna have that for a minute, especially if I go back to my hazelnut, which I'll use this up. But yeah, the color's fine. It's just, and it might, like I said, putting it on top of that foundation, which is not a Lancome foundation, kind of let it lift up a little bit, as you can see. It's like it ended up on a puff rather than adhering to the eye. So next, where's the thing? Oh, Lord. I got so much stuff. You won't believe, well, I guess you could believe, because you probably saw everything I have been buying. So okay. Then we're going to use something else that's new to me. It's we're going in a different brand here. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Instant Brightening and Blurring Powder in the shade Cinnamon 05. I've never used this. And like I said, I'm not a big on brightening, but for some reason, I decided to buy this. And this is the packaging. Kind of weird packaging. And, oops, upside down, I'm sorry. And this is 0.28 ounces or 7.95 grams. Good for 12 months. And this is cinnamon. And this is the shade. I feel like the colors come in better. Usually my colors is more washed out than this. It has a little color saver thingy on it and its own little Fenty puff, which is similar. Well, this is like leatherette, but like a little velour puff, and this is like a little pink situation. And it has the Fenty mirror, the mirror that says Fenty. My eye want to start watering. Y'all know that jazz, how that goes. So I got rid of that. That's used. I had a donut earlier. I'm going to use this, fold it over, close our eye, and get some of that wetness off of there. And it did remove. Just looking at the foundation to see if it's doing any kind of settling. Do you see any kind of... I like the nice little glow I'm getting. It doesn't look flat in person or on screen. You can see it has a little shine, not shine, luminosity, not even luminosity. It looks not even satin. It looks fresh. It doesn't look sucked in, dry, just sitting on the face. So it's not doing that. But let's use this. I don't know what I bought it for, but I did. So I'm going to just wipe it across. This is in cinnamon. They had a bunch of different shades. And we're going to apply that here. We're applying that under the eye. Just set that foundation and concealer a little bit more. So this is the last day of the year. So 2025 is on its way out. I thought I would have my niece. I was going to pick her up, but can't get her till the first, apparently. But that's okay. Sometimes she has plans with her father, or I just can't pick her up for whatever reason. I didn't ask why I couldn't get her. I always, I don't assume I can get her. I always ask, if they have plans, whatever, when it'll be a good day for me to pick her up. And he told me that tomorrow would be better, which would be the first. So today is the 31st of December, 2025. This is going to go up the same day because maybe it'll give you somebody an idea of what to do for a look. Or this will be the first video going into the new year, so to speak. So I'm going to put that back in there. And that was okay. Um, Color's okay, I think. What do you think? So I usually use L'Oreal, what you call it? True Match. Is it True Match? L'Oreal True Match. Press powder foundation under the eye. So once you do that, now I'm just trying to do everything. I'm trying to remember everything. So next we're gonna do the back to Lancome, the Tinted Doll Ultra Wear Skin Refining Setting Powder, which is a soft matte finish, all day setting, skin blurring, translucent coverage, and 04 deep. And this is good for 24 months, 10 grams, made in France. It has a diagram on the back on how to possibly use it. So hacks, powder power hacks. It says it locks in makeup all day, mattifying, which I don't necessarily need because I have normal to dry skin, and it sets the makeup all day. It's breathable, pore blurring effect, second skin effect, and resists creasing or caking. Can you see any of that? I can't see if you can see it good or not, but this is 04. I like the packaging. It's similar to that primer that we used. I did look at these things. I may or may not have had shown this because I bought a couple things, and I don't want to get in the habit of like showing you everything that I bought. Like, ooh, look at this! Look what I just bought! Look what I bought! Look what I bought! Because I don't want to get in the habit of making people feel like they also have to buy. So I do have a couple of things that you have not seen that I've gotten in, and I decided to use some of the things you have seen, some of these you have not, and to use them in videos. And if you see something that you're interested in, had a question or whatever, we could talk about it in the comments or whatever. And again, this is the skin blurring setting powder. So this is a black compact with the iconic rose, 24 months, 10 grams, 04 deep, made in France. So the packaging is similar. I don't know if this is refillable. It does not have that little button mechanism, but it does say Lancome. It opened much more easier. This is the shade. You got to come up, so now I'm coming back to show you color, which is different. And it did come with a little puff. So we're going to use the puff. I'm usually a brush person, but we're going to use the stuff that it came with. Maybe that's the best application. So again, puff, my own puff, and this has a little Lancome ribbon here. So we're gonna use this, and I'm probably gonna go with the application of the brush just to get everything a little bit more airbrush or softer than using a powder puff, because this is going to apply a little bit more powder and higher concentration as you apply it to your face. I really don't want to mess up this little rose embellishment in here, but So we shall. I'm just going to rub it across. And it's not kicking up powder at all. Okay, that's the color. Let's apply. And this is actually a setting powder. Usually I end up using a foundation. To set, not for additional coverage, but because it's my skin tone. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there. No, I'm not, because I'm going to use a brush. Now, something that I'll probably, I was just looking for, at this point, I was just looking at stuff, looking for stuff to buy. This was not cheap. But this reminded me of the It Cosmetics double ended brush that they have. It's longer than that. And this is the Airbrush number 2 foundation and concealer brush. So, it's a high-end dual-ended foundation and concealer brush for a flawless complexion with an airbrushed finish. So it has 2 taper brush heads, and the large end is for the foundation, and the smaller end, excuse me very much, is for the under eyes and more targeted areas, it says. You might not be able to see that because it's very reflective. And did I even look at this brush? I want to say I opened this, but it don't seem like it did. Maybe I didn't. I thought I did because I didn't. Interesting. Why didn't I open this? All right. So let's, yeah, I guess I didn't. This is good for as long as you use it. This is the brush. It's not very weighty at all, and I think it's either between $40 and $50. Which the It brush is about that price too, but it's not as soft as the It brush, but it's comparable to what an It brush looks like. This particular style anyway. And I think the It brush, it used to be $38, so maybe it's about $40 now, maybe 42. But yeah, this was closer to the $50 end. So I'm going to use the foundation part that they say the foundation head. It's soft, but it's not as soft as a It brush. And for the powder, and even using this, it's not kicking up any powder. Well, swirl. Very finely milled. It's not kicking up. Okay, now we got a little bit of powder, but it's not a ton. I'm going to use this just to soften. I guess I should have washed it. It smells like a pickle. Maybe I want a pickle, but I want to. I know people like to. I have pretty tough skin, so I don't have to, take all those lovely precautions. But had I opened it prior to and sniffed it, I probably would have washed it, or at least use the brush cleansing spray or something to that effect, because it do kind of like a little vinegary pickle smell, which is weird because I've never had a brush to smell like a pickle. So I'm going to put this back into my powder. Really like the powder. I like that powder. It's not kicking up a lot. It's giving me the color, even though it's translucent, that I need. It's not making me look cakey or heavy. It really just buffed out, and the puff was good too. But this just really like kind of like this was softened. This softened it up a little bit. If you understand what I'm saying, the puff is going to apply the powder in that area, and then you smooth it around. This is going to take the particles because of the brush head tips and kind of move them around a little bit to disperse it, and like they say, make it more airbrushed. Okay, so we've done that. We'll put that back. This smell pickly, but not the box. I don't need the other end at the moment. We'll put this back on one side. 'Cause I don't know what's happening. I'm not see what I'm dropping. I'm dropping things in this little caddy thing. Okay, next. I remember what to put on next. I think the next thing we have to put on is a what goes next? Um, Now I will say either I'm gonna pull that brush back out. Um, I do see a little settling in the under eye, under my left eye. You see that? I'm going to take the brush back out and use the smaller head. And then that could just be from, like I say, you should let it set a little bit before you buff out your concealer and then use the powder. And then that's to get the out the wrinkle. I do have under eye. Luckily, I don't have bags, but I do have some under eye wrinkles. And yeah, really put now. Maybe because it's a serum concealer, it's not. It has a nice opacity to it, but in the staying power, the stick to itness is not there. So I think I prefer my Maybelline Asian line. Yeah, and it's cheaper. Like I say, I got that as a reward at the rewards catalog, but of course I had to buy something in order to get the points, in order to have enough points to get the free concealer. It's probably good for a light day. And like I said, I usually put the concealer on before I put on foundation. So the application process, as far as the steps are concerned, could have possibly attributed to the the way it's performing. So we're gonna let the jury stay out on that. Try it again in the way I would have used it if I wasn't not trying to rush, but if I wasn't out of sorts from doing the process itself. So the next thing we're gonna do is I have from Smashbox the Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette. I got this from HSN. It's called Berry Saturation. You don't hear too much about Smashbox. I think they acquired Becca. But then, like I said, you still don't hear too much about them. This palette is it's a four quad. It's a quad, so a four section palette. It's good for 12 months. Made in Italy. These are the colors. Now, I'm not a big bronzer, contour, highlighter person, but I am a blush fiend. The packaging is very nice. I have looked at this, and I do believe I've shown this before. Maybe not in depth. So the colors are, we have a Treat Yourself Contour Powder, Juicy Juicy Sculpting Blush, Let's Jam Enhancing Blush, and the Chocolate Geode Highlighting Powder. Now, Chocolate Geode is Becca. So I guess they got them, they own them, so I guess they can do what they want to do. And I do have a Becca brand Chocolate Geode highlighter. Let's see if I remember it looks this way. It has a mirror and a little diagram thing. And let's see. These are the colors. Now see, Chocolate Geode from Becca does not look like that. It's way deeper. It's chocolate. So chocolate geode highlighting powder. I don't know what. So maybe this is their version of chocolate geode. But look at these blush. Look at the two blushes in the middle. Isn't that beautiful? I love a blush. I do love a blush. Now that contour I don't think it's deep enough. It might be, but I don't typically contour. I guess I could use this little cheat sheet, so to speak. So for that, I have another brush. This is something that I got from Ipsy when I was at. I'm not an Ipsy member anymore, but I still have access to their drop shop. So yeah, I cancel Ipsy, but it has a brush again, akin or likened to the It brush or the brush I just used from Lancome. It has a sponge, beauty blender, but says it could be a random color, may not be that color, and then it has this Real Perfection hexagon foundation brush with a case. Now I think this was on like $8 on Ipsy, and I have not. Have I been in? Oh, I've been in here, but I have not opened anything. So this is what it looks like on the back of the information. I don't think it's still available through Ipsy, but maybe you can find it elsewhere because the name of it is the Real Perfection Makeup to Flawlessness. That's the brand. And this is the three-piece foundation makeup toolkit. So if you're interested, maybe you can find it elsewhere. This is the brush. So this is more comparable to what the It brush looks like, but it's not as still not as soft. And none of them are very weighty, but this is more like with you can put It Cosmetics across here and you got the brush, which they probably all have the same brush distributor, and just depends on, you know, branding. You can pay more for an It brush because it has that branding on there, but it looks basically the same. Kind of feels the same too. It's softer than that Lancome brush, which is surprising. Like I said, I got this whole set for probably about $8. So we have that. Then we have the sponge, which is the color of the sponge on the box. And then this, I think I really wanted it for this. This is a foundation brush, but I figured it would give me greater coverage area. And it has its own little case. And how do you open it? Oh, it has like these two little um, seals here, little locks. It'll break your nail off trying to open it. And it opens like a little door. And there you go. So it feels okay in the hand. I can see how the surface area is. I can see how you can be done with it a little bit quicker. And it does. It's dense, so it's really gonna spread. It's probably really good for cream. A cream, maybe in the stick foundation, because it's a little stiff, but it's soft for what for what I paid for it. Is yeah. So and it sits well. It's flat. It'll sit flat. Okay. I'm just throwing stuff everywhere, so I don't have a use for it right now because I already put the foundation. I guess I could have used it for my powder. So you just click it shut, lock it. We're going to use this for my blush and stuff. So we're going to go into Let's Jam, which is this brush here. And we're going to go in there. So it's not kicking up anything yet. But I love blush. So we're going to take that. I'm not a tapper offer. So I have a big round face. I like blush on my apples. This one doesn't smell like pickle. A little bit more. Can you see it? See, I really got to do something with my production value. I guess you can see it a little bit. But I can see it. here. So I'm going to add more because could you ever have too much blush? I'm also using this mirror, both mirrors, and I'll put it on the cheeks up into the temple area. Definitely on my apples. And I know that they say, you know, based upon your face shape, are you supposed to apply the brush? Maybe a little bit more angle because I have a fat face or rounded face, but I'm a apple cheek girl. Man, I wish it was good. I wish it wasn't so blurred out for you guys and gals. But I'm dipping in because I love blush, but I don't really need to do that. I tapped it once and got a nice amount of blush on the brush itself, but it's not kicking up powder as you can see. But if I'm going into the hairline, into the temple, ooh, this is going to be a long video. I do apologize. Just because I'm talking, if I knew how to edit and put music and all that kind of crap in here, then I'm sure it wouldn't be as long because I wouldn't be talking and showing and swatching and all that other lovely jazz. So we got that on. Now I need another. I'll bring another brush. We're gonna use this brush. I got this in that Tarte mystery bundle thing. I think the video is called Shenanigans. Check that out. I didn't get too much of nothing in there. I think I spent. I think it was like 9 products for $49. So I took a chance. And this was a brush from their Sugar Rush line that you can't even see that it says Sugar Rush. And it don't really tell you what it is, but I'm going to use it for the other blush that's in here. And I'm going to put that like a topper on there. So this is, let's see if this kicks up any powder. Nope. This is probably like a, okay, that's kicking up powder. So the brush head might be a little bit more scratchy because it's kicking up powder, or it's a little looser packed. Not sure. And we're going to take this and put this on top, on the edge, where you would typically put a highlighter. Do you remember when they were doing that sunset blush trend? So I guess it's kind of like that. It's like going on top to diffuse the line, so to speak. Yeah. Now, after that initial tap, when it kind of kicked up a little powder, it's not doing it again. So I'm going to do this just to blend it all in. Let's try using the contour down in here, which I don't really like contour that much, and I don't know if this is really going to do anything. But luckily, most of this stuff is flat or matte. I prefer a matte or satin. I'm not really into glittery, shimmery blushes. I'll use this into contour. And then I don't see, because like I said, I don't think it's deep enough for me. And I don't really use it all that much, so I'm not sure if I'm even applying it right. I am not a makeup artist. As you can tell, I'm not professional. I do it for fun. And I have so much of it. I should be having a lot of fun. So I am enjoying myself. Because like I said, I haven't put on makeup in forever. At least 2, maybe a year and a half. Like I said, I'll put on a little bit of something, but like a full face, doing doing the everything. Nope. And like I said, you can't even see this. So I'm going around the edges. You can't see this. I would use this for a and this would be a cute little eyeshadow look too. You can use your products for whatever you want. So I went around the hairline. You can't see that. You can't see that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to wipe that off. Forgot I had this microfiber towel in my lap. So I'll wipe that off pretty good. And I'm going to try this, which I probably need a more diffused brush. A highlighter brush. But let's just do it. We're going to go into this highlighter, which is called the chocolate geode. But if you have chocolate geode, you know that chocolate geode is not this color. Now, with this, I will tap off because yeah, that's a lot. It's glittery. I'm not into the glitter. I'm just going to put it right here on the high point of my cheek. Just a little bit. And I'm going to take what came off the sucker. Because there was a lot to me. Some people like to highlight to the gods. I am not that chick. Again, on the high point. And that's all. So I would never, ever run out of highlighter. One thing I don't really buy, yeah, highlighter, bronzer, contour. Can you see that? Man, I can see it better on this side. Okay, I'm going to go into a little bit more just to make everything even. It's barely in. You can't even see it. I see it. And I just want it to be, and I'm not pressing into my skin. I'm just like lightly, and you can see it better. Okay. I'm just lightly touching my skin with the tips of the brush. So after one use, that's what it's looking like. It don't barely look like I used it at all, right? And I guess I coulda, shoulda. I do with it. Used the little thing. And I think I did. Although they have the what's three? Three. What's number three? One, two. I don't know. Well, anyway, I did my own version of it. I'm gonna close that back up. And again, this is the Halo Sculpt and Glow Face Palette. They have it in different colorways. This is probably for the deeper skin ladies. Like I said, they have it in some other different colors available that would not necessarily flatter my skin tone. So I opted for the berry, which everything comes berry. But what you're gonna do? How to get away from that sometimes? Like, how many berry blushes can one person have? I'm gonna touch this back from whence it came. Now, I should be done. I'm done with the face stuff. I'm into you guys for an hour. If you're still here, I thoroughly, thoroughly appreciate you. Now, I move this stuff around because stuff is falling because I'm moving things. So, like I said, I got this little caddy for like $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, which is funny. That is the Dollar Tree. You still gotta. Now you gotta. They have a price checker. Before you was going Dollar Tree, everything was $1. Now you better check it before you get up to the register. Cause you been took something up to the register $5, $10. It's like it's the same. Why you? Let's be real here. Why is it? And then why? I guess he's trying to compete with Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Five Below. So even though I am not a highlight chick, I do like that variant. Now, my under eye is taken away from because it looks really stark here. So I'm gonna have to. And like I said, I don't have my I'm gonna my usual products. I'm using all brand new stuff. So we're gonna go back into the Fenty Cinnamon Bright Fix Instant Brightening and put some more of that on. Just right up under there. So it's not so stark. With a nice little gradient of color versus being so dark there. And get into the hollow of the nose, the inner eye to the nose. That's a little bit better. But like I say, the concealer itself has moved. And I did not apply it in the way that I typically apply it. So that's user error until I apply it the way I typically apply it. And then we'll see if it's me or the concealer. Then I'll go back to my Maybelline, which I probably will anyway because I love that. And it's cheaper. More affordable, let's say that. So that's a little bit better. It's not as dark. You can still see the highlighter, but it's not like in your face. Okay, next. What's next? We did that. Okay, let's get into, let's do our, I'm gonna do my brows last. Let's get into, what's this thing? Oh, that's not the brush. Um, that's that, that's that, that's that. Let's get into the shadow. Now, I showed you in a separate video, I think I called it Twins, Sisters, or Distant Cousins, which is the name of the video. Well, I showed you the Dose of Colors Soiree palette juxtapose the Victoria Eye Wardrobe Quad. Now, the Soiree palette, Smokey Soiree palette, Dose of Colors, I got all shop pay, and I think it was like 26 bucks. The Victoria Beckham is $50, and that does not include the $25 case that it's supposed to go in. So I found me an unused Z palette. This is the quad right here in the corner. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. These are some shadows I was gifted. I think it's from Sydney Grace or something like that. I'm trying not to, okay, tear it up. Let me put this back from the okay. So this is my Victoria quad, so you can see a little bit better than the video that I had. I'm put it by this light. Can you see it? Yeah, that's a whole heap ton better. And this is the Victoria quad. This is, I think it's 6 now. And this is the, she only had 4 out initially. This is the one that resonated the most with me. The green was cute too, but I wanted to buy something I thought I would wear more often than not. And green would have been great to wear with this. But yeah, this is the Smokey Soiree from Dose of Colors. This is a quince, so it's 5 pans, half the price of that. But however, this is 7 grams of product, and this is, where to go? Because I was kind of like, are you for real? This is 1.5 grams of product. So this is not zero point 0.7, it says 7. So it's more in my Victoria Beckham than this 5 pan Smoky Soiree. And this is what it also comes with a little rinky dinky brush, but it comes with a brush. And these are the colors. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold up Vicky. I'm going to call it Vicky next to it. Try not to get that. So you can see they're comparable. 50, 26. I also got from Shop Pay a set of brushes, an 8-piece set of brushes from Alter Ego for $10, I believe. I also, I think I showed these in that twins, sisters, or distant cousins video. If not, I can't remember what it was, but these 8-piece eye brush set, in addition to the brush that's in the Dose of Colors. They could have put a liner in here for this. It's better than the sponge tip applicator. I'll give you that. Give them that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and put this on top of the eye where the mirror is and set that in front of me. Now, I want you guys to figure out which side has which palette on it. I have to figure out comparable colors so they're not so different, if they're not going to be different from each other, so that you can't really tell, because I think they are very, very, very similar. But I could be wrong. Like I said, one has 5 pans, the other one is a quad. So we're going to start off with, and this is going to be the tricky part, because there's a base shadow in one, but not in the other. So let's get started. Um, I've not used these brushes before. They're brand spanking new to me. They're nice and soft, and they have some firmness to them. Um, they're like variations of each other. Maybe if I get finished, I turn the lights down. You'll be able to. I can see it a little bit. I can see the colors very well in my mirror here, but they get a little washed out with all the lights, especially with, well, because I have one here, a standing lamp, another standing lamp behind me, this lighted mirror, and then the ring light sitting there. So the lights are really washing me out a little bit. So you really can't see what's going on, but you can in a way. I guess further back I go, and yeah, I can see even without my glasses, I can see that highlight a little bit. So maybe I am highlighted to the gods. I don't know. So let's get started. I don't know what to do here, because I think if I start off with this one color, you'll be able to tell right off the bat which one is which. But if I don't, I'm not gonna have anything to anchor. And I only have these two palettes with me, except for those little singles that's in that Z palette. But I'm gonna work with what I got. We're gonna start with the lid color. Again, I'm not gonna tell you which eye is what. You have to guess that. And maybe it's also swatches in that video. That's in twins, sisters, distant cousins video. And then I'm glad I kind of stopped for a minute, because I'm forgetting something that I need. This is not a new product, but a YouTuber that I watch religiously, Dion Loves Makeup, which is now Dion Laura, Lorah, on YouTube, loves the Fenty Pro Filter Invisipink eyeshadow primer. It's the only primer she uses, and she says it's a tacky primer for her. Not for me so much. I prefer the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the anti-aging eye, because yeah. So plus I don't really like the wand thingies. I like squeezy too, so I can get all that stuff out of there. But yeah, I haven't really used this all that much, and yeah, I've had this probably a couple of years. This is good for 12 months. It's definitely been over 12 months. It's 8 milliliters of product. So we're going to put this on the eye, because I almost forgot to prime my eye. Rarely I did. Ulta has a good one too. Their matte primer, which is what I typically would use when I don't have the Urban Decay primer potion. And like she said, this is a tacky primer for her, but not for me. But it's a nice primer. But it doesn't feel tacky to me. So, you got the primer on. One primer I can't stand. That freaking ABH. That sucker is white, and you have to be careful. It will get away from you. I can't be messing around. I put that on, and it just, now it's probably good to enhance color, bring out color. But I mean, you have to use that so sparingly, because that sucker is like an opaque white, and it turns everything ashy, and it shows all the little creaks and crevices in your eye, creases, crevices, and cracks in your eye. The texture. I don't have time for that. So let's go in. Plus, I had to figure out what and stick to the eye that I'm using. Okay, let's go here first. Hopefully, you'll be able to see what I'm doing. I am from the Mary Kay era, and I'm not even following the Mary Kay way, where you would put on a crease, and maybe it's not the Mary Kay way. I think most people just do this. You put on a transition shade, and then your lid shade, and then your outer V, and then maybe another outer V, or then you would put on your I got my color switch, so we're gonna do the color switch, and then we're gonna wipe. And then you would put on a brow highlight. But yeah, that's typically how I will say one of these kicks up a lot of powder. So we have that on the other eye. I'm going to apply it the same way I applied the other one. These are very comparable. This one looks a little bit more shiny, but they're a little shiny, maybe a tad bit lighter, which I would not have thought. I'm getting down into that in the corner there. I have not applied eyeshadow. I mean, it's really sat down. I might have like put like an eyeshadow stick on, but I have not sat down and like apply eyeshadow in so long. It feels nice. I missed I missed this. I can of course I know which one is what, but one has more of a taupe and the other one looks like it's more gray, gray blue. They appear to have the same level of shininess. I'm trying to get all this. I don't want nothing in my eye. Nothing in my eye. And I ended up some kind of way getting that down there. I have to fix that later. But yeah, this is all right. Next, we're gonna put on a crease color. Let me get a crease brush that's not too wispy. I'll use that one. Yeah. So we're gonna crease again, comparable colors. That is very opaque. And knock some of that off. And we're gonna go into the crease. This is not a transition. This is definitely a crease color because I didn't want to use a transition and they both didn't have one, you know. I'm glad I got that color switch because I didn't dip into the other one. Lightly. Also, color is going to end up most saturated where you place your brush first. And like if I hold it like this, I'm going to get a lot of pressure and a lot of color saturation. Holding it further down at the end of the barrel is going to give me a lighter, softer, more airbrushed application. And this will be something that I would definitely wear out. I will wear this to work, okay, because I wear glasses and I need my look to come from behind my glasses. I'm competing with my frames, okay? Definitely competing with my frames. Now we're going to go into the other one. And apply in the same way. I really appreciate you sticking with me for this long, drawn out video. I'm proud of this, and I might be talking a little too soon, but I'm proud of this laptop camera not cutting out on me. Okay. So that's good. Next, I'm going to keep this same brush. Am I? We're going to go into the outer V. This might do it. Give it away. Um, Ain't nothing to do it but to do it. So close the eye. I'm going to go at an angle. And then into my crease color. It's so much fun, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Whew. Be careful. You gotta be careful. And then I'm gonna just blend that in a little bit. Try not to let it get away from me. Alright, let's get rid of that. Wipe it off. Because I don't have doubles of these brushes. And Dion typically uses, she has a lot of brushes. Like dupes of her brushes. When she says when she likes a brush, she gets more. A lot of them. I'm just now trying out these Ultra Ego brushes. So let's do the same on this eye, which is a little bit more challenging because it's my left and I'm a right-handed. I want to get the angle right. So far, so good with them being comparable. Of course, I see the similarities and the differences. But do you? Couldn't you? And is it different enough that you would need both or want both? Or could you just have one? Or which one would you prefer? One or the other? So I'm going to have to stop there because that's where the similarities do end. So I cleaned that off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over with the clean brush to blend out the edges and to soften things up, so to speak. Clean the brush off again and go. Now I want to make sure that the eye is comparable. Again, I'm going over the edges. Okay. So, can you tell which side is the Victoria Beckham and which side is the Dose of Colors? This is the right eye. This is the left eye. So what say you is right Dose of Colors or Victoria Beckham? Or is left Dose of Colors or Victoria Beckham? I think I prefer, I'm not going to say which one I prefer yet. So, both of them have kicked, Vicky has kicked up a lot of powder, but the Dose of Colors was not that far behind it in kick up. So, that's that. Now, next, um, we're going to do our brows. Now, this is where it becomes a little tricky. This is a new product, but I have used it before. Woo, this is a long video. Maybe I should have cut it into two. This is the Mighty Fine Brow Pen by Benefit in the color 5 Warm Black Brown. I've used it once. I got it as a duo from QVC. And this is what it looks like. Black brown. And it has a 3-prong. It's a felt tip pen. You see that 3-prong thing? In the shade black brown. Now, this is where this is gonna go a little left. I did not bring a spoolie. No spoolie. But we're gonna do it anyway. And instead of this being a felt, like I said, it's actually brush tips. So I think that also lends to its detailing and glidability and the naturalness of the brown. So this is my second time using it. So I'm gonna, can you see? I'm gonna go toward the front. I'm gonna go up into the arch. And it's not like a very, it's a darker color. It's the dark, I think this is the dark, no. This might be the next to darkest color. I think they got a black. And I like the brush hairs because it's not so rigid. So it's flexible. So they move along with the hair that's already on your brow. If you have hair, I'm going to come down. And I'm coming. So I can get a nice what you call it, tail there. Now I'm working at the front of the brow. Hopefully you can see that. Do a little brush here, there. Same with brows, as they will get, they can get away from you. They definitely can get away from you. So, take your time. It ain't the best brow, but I said this is my second time using it. Let's do this side. This is going to be a little bit more challenging because it's on my left. What are your New Year's Eve plans, if any? Like I said, I had planned on getting my niece. Since that fell through, I don't. I was just gonna go and take her out to lunch per se, and I have water in again. Let's get this right. Oh, try to get away from me. You see that? Runaway tears. And the only thing with these type of pans is color saturation, or how much color is actually coming out, how much product you run out and whatnot. I do like the brush versus the felt tip though. It's definitely softer, more flexible, and seems to apply a little better for me. I'm just shaping it a little bit and getting the excess off. And like I said, this came in a duo. And it seems to be a little thicker on the right side. I want everything to be as comfortable as possible. But when you tell me, and hopefully I remember, my memory be like, what? What you get up, what you go in the kitchen for? What did you get up for, girl? Which side is Victoria Beckham? And which side is Dose of Colors? Alright, I'm going to stop because the more you mess with your brows, the bigger they get and they start to get away from you. And I can feel me trying to make them exactly the same is not working out in my favor. So that is the Benefit. My second time using it. And yeah, it's 24-hour long wear, water resistant, smudge proof, and transfer proof. You're supposed to shake, 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 and then flick upwards onto clean, dry brows. Good for 6 months. Okay, so that's that. Next, we're gonna mess around with these lips. Let me put this. No, I can't put it up yet because I gotta show y'all which one is which, right? Okay, so what's this? Back with this. Woo, this, I am so sorry. Oh my God, this takes forever. We're gonna do lips now. If I can find a lippy in this sucker. This is weird. I don't see it. I know it's in there. Those dark she blows. We're gonna use my Melt Cosmetics. It's called the Faded Crush Lip Combo. But it consists of the Grunge Nude Ultra Matte Lipstick, which I'm really not a matte girl. I don't know why I didn't see that. And the Melt Perfectionist Lip Ultra Precision Pencil in the shade Toast. Okay. If by chance this isn't deep enough, I brought out Tried and True. Hope this is the good one and not the old one. Yeah. Tried and True Sephora's Molasses. This is not a new product. This is, like I said, Tried and True. There's Contour Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the color Molasses. Now, I haven't been in a Sephora and I couldn't tell you how long. I've heard they reformulated it. I hope it's the same color and it performs the same, but I, I don't even know if I have a backup of that. It's just sad. So, first we're going to use the taupe. I still have on that um, um, sugar lip balm. We're going to go in with Toast first, okay? This is the shade. And that should work, but you never know. It's a pencil, so you have to sharpen it. Yeah, I think I'll be using molasses. So what I'll do is, so you see the line? It's very comparable to the lippy. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna, it's a very creamy pencil, very opaque. So I'm going to line it with it as a base. For the lippy, but we're going to feather it out. And this is good for, lip liner is good for 12 months. The lip kit was 16. Regular price is 32, so I guess there's 16 a piece or some 24.12, something like that. Of course, 24.12 or 16.16, something like that. But I got it for half off on Shop Pay. We're going in with molasses. Let's show you the fade of molasses. So as you can see, it's much deeper. We're gonna go over. Let me show you my lip. You can see I did use it. I kind of feathered it out as a barrier. A slight base. Going with molasses, super duper creamy. Best brown ever. And that just anchors it so much better. And you get kind of idea of what that lippy is going to look like applied because of that toast. So let's get into this. And because it's ultra matte and I'm not a matte girl, the lip balm here has really softened and moisturized my lips. So it won't be so drying. And not that I've ever used their ultra matte. I'm going to assume it's drying because most mattes are, but it could be not drying. You never know. And probably will feel pretty good on the lip. Look at that detail, the etching in this lippy. It says melt all the way around there. Let's give you, this is grunge nude. Give you a I'll try to put it in the middle here, in between the two. So that's what it looks like. And let's apply. Slight vanilla scent. I'm gonna put on too much because it's very opaque, creamy to be a matte. I'm gonna, and it's magnetic. Hear it. It looks like it's a mini, but it's a full-size lipstick. It's just in a smaller tube, and this is good for 12 months. I might get some more of these Ultra Mattes because they feel really good, and I like the edge, like how it says melt on it. There's a lippy. Like I said, hopefully when I turn these lights down a little bit, you'll be able to see everything together because it looks pretty good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these brushes here and try to tone down this shadow I got on the inner corner because I didn't put any inner corner shadow on the other side. It just kind of like drifted there. That's what the lippies look like so far. I like it. It looks natural. Just don't put on, for me, not too much because it is a brighter lip. And I can see her getting away from me. But I like the gradient, the ombre that was created by using the toast feathered out, then the molasses from Sephora to line actually, and then blend a little bit, fade it, and then put just a hint, not a full swipe of the lippy because it's very opaque, just a little hint of it. Smudge the lips together, and then like feather in, just like dabbing it over the lip to fill out any empty spots or not as saturated spots. But you don't want to do a full, I mean, if you were probably a little lighter or you care for that type of lip, just good. But I really wanted to concentrate it into the center because I had those two liners there, like building into a gradient coming in, so that the middle part of the lip is a little bit more pronounced. It looks a little bit more defined. And then the outer kind of like it's the grounding as well as should keeps the lipstick from moving or feathering up if you have those lip lines, which I don't. But that's what you're supposed to use it for. Okay, so yeah, I did my brow. Now the brows are okay. I'm not like in love with those, but like I said, this is the second time I've used it, and I think I got my eye shapes basically the same, and use very comparable colors per thing, per situation. Now, next, we're gonna try something that I can never do correctly, and you should know what that is. Lashes! Girl, let me tell you, me and lashes do not get along. Not at all. And this is from acebeaute. Again, off Shop Pay, they were $4. These are magnetic. Now, being magnetic lashes work a little bit better. I got 3 pairs for $4 a piece, so 12 bucks. I think shipping was like $2.99, so that was fine. Yeah, and it came with the magnetic lash liner. So the liner should be black, but I do have a black liner just in case. But I'm technically supposed to put on mascara. So I'm gonna do that. I really don't see the purpose in that because if I'm putting on lashes, it's like using the mascara as a moot point because you're not gonna see it. I also brought out that lash tool thing I showed you guys from, I think it was affordable makeup video I did. I'm looking for okay, here's the liner just in case things go awry. What the heck happened to the, I had a lash primer in here. It's in here. It's just that, where the heck did it go? It's a white tube, so it's difficult to see. First, I don't have my glasses on, which makes everything a little bit more crazy. Where the frick did it go? I mean, it's in here. But where? Oh, there you go. Woo! Dang, I need to drop something. See? Okay, so I'm going to use the Seals Booster from Lancome. I have a one from Sephora that I have not used in 10,000 years. Bought it, never used it. Don't judge me. But I'm going to use the Lancome. I'll go on the tips of my lashes. I'll go on the tops of my lashes. I have naturally curly lashes, which is another barrier for me wearing falsies. And the fact that I do wear glasses, and it's hard for me to see a lot of definition. Now the mirror, the Metwego mirror that I'm using, that I did a video on, you can go back and look at that, comes with a magnifier mirror that attaches to the mirror itself. It's a 7 times magnifier, but I opted not to bring that out with me for whatever reason. And I do go through the lashes sometimes and like curl under them, curl through them with the brush. I prefer a natural bristle brush to plastic applicators. It seems to work better for my lashes. And I prefer volume over anything else. I don't know if you can see that. Next, we're going to put on the Monsieur Big from Lancome in the shade 01, which is probably just black or very black or whatever. This is made in France. It's good for 6 months. Supposed to change out every 3, but I don't do that. But I don't particularly care for Monsieur Big. But yeah, there's the brush. And you're supposed to do this before you put on your falsies. So we'll do it the way they say. Again, like I said, I go under, I comb through. This is a natural bristle brush, which I do like, but I don't particularly. I guess this particular mascara did not wow me. So for me, like this big, give y'all this volume, which I prefer, but it did not make me go, ooh. I don't even know if I have I used to have a favorite mascara, um, on Maybelline, like their Colossal Lash line, like the little yellow tube or whatever. The lash stiletto was good. They're soft and gentle, or soft focus, something mascara was good. Um, they generally have a good mascara in that brand. You can, I think I haven't tried the Sky High, but I know that was getting a lot of praise, as well as the L'Oreal Paradise Lash, I believe it was. I liked it. Superhero. Um, Laura Geller had a very good mascara. I can't remember the name of it though. And yeah, that was very good. I bought a couple of those off of QVC, and yeah, that was very good. I tried to like that Mally mascara, but yeah, this is Monsieur Big. Can you see them? So it's a nice mascara. I don't know what maybe I kind of like it a little bit better than I thought I would, because maybe I think I had a sample, but typically the samples are better. Well, the deluxe minis are better than the full size, but not in this situation. So this is called Palettebattle lashes. This is in a baby doll extra. Like I said, it was $4, and it came with the magnetic glue, which is also a liner. And other three pair I bought, this is the least dramatic, most natural looking. And they have a palette called Palettebattle. It is like a little game. Oh, there's two pair in here. Oh, I didn't see that because it was hiding up under here. I would have bought more of these. You get two pair for $4. Now I'm gonna use the ones at the top, because as you can see, these are very big, not big. They're more flared out. But yeah, because you can see on the ends, they're very flared out. But they have a game called Palettebattle. It comes with a palette, uh, game cards, and you go through the game, and you choose your eye look based upon the game itself, the things that you pick in the game. So this is the magnetic liner, and it has the application instructions. Now, B from Makeup Without Limitations got the game as a gift, I believe. Someone sent her the Palettebattle game. And then when I saw this on acebeaute through ShopPay, I was like, oh, look at that. I didn't want the actual game itself. I got enough eyeshadow, but I figured I'll try this. So I'm going to line and shake it up a little bit. I'm going to line the lash. My favorite eyeliner. Uh-oh. Might have a problem. Feeling kind of dry. My favorite eyeliner, liquid eyeliner, is from Maybelline, the Curvatube. Yeah, this is feeling really dry. I really hope this. Now I do have the other liners did come with the other lashes did come with. Yeah, this feels really dry. Which is probably why they get them. But you can always use your own magnetic liner. Says it's good for 6 months, but who knows how long it's been sitting around. Now, what I'm not gonna, yeah, I don't think these are gonna stick. I'm gonna attempt it, but I'm glad I brought out the mascara. Cause yeah, this is straight up dry, which is okay. I do have magnetic liner. Or maybe I had to break the seal or something. Because when I did that, a little black came out. So I'm gonna try it again. Just gotta let it dry a little bit. So it's not to come out dry. It's come out wet. And then I'm messing up this eye, man. Okay. I do have a liner, a regular liner, just in case this goes south. And I think it's going south. Not because of the application or anything, but because the the liner is not is basically dried out. Like I said, that's okay. I do have additional liners, and we'll for that. So I'm gonna take off these lashes. They have a bunch of different. Usually, it's just like a couple magnets. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. There's a bunch of different magnets, so that might help. I'm gonna attempt it without the lash tool. And they look the same from edge to edge. Now the other ones you would have to figure out which eye to put it on, but these look the same edge to edge. Okay. Yeah, it's not stick. It's sticking, but not as good as it should stick. But I got it on. Ooh, this is all a video. I don't think I'm gonna get no watches. I'm almost 2 hours, and that's only because I'm talking to you. This one might be a little tricky because again, it's my left eye. No, I'm not making an excuse. And by the time I got over here with the liner, there was really nothing coming out. Yeah, that's not working out. The inner one don't wanna. The inner part is always something, right? The inner part don't wanna stick. They're very lightweight. They don't feel weird or heavy. And had I been able to get like a really good line on it, like the other one, the first one is pretty good. The second one leaves a little bit to be desired because of the fact that this liner, and I'll try to put a little bit more on here, just is not high enough. Stick it. Stick to itness. That's better. So I might be able to start wearing lashes, y'all. I might. Because I just need a better. This is just dried out. But yeah, the lashes are nice. So, last things last. Didn't need the tool. And I have a bunch of different I bought also in that affordable makeup thing video. I think I showed you guys I had about like a multi-pack of lashes along with some liner with the liner glue. I'm gonna use Fenty's, like I did in the Ipsy or BoxyCharm. What It Do, which they don't make anymore. She got some different other one, but I think people prefer this one. I've never used it. What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray. Never used. I don't think I used it. And we're gonna spray the face. So yeah, I haven't used it. There we go. I feel it coming. I think the mist is very fine. So I'm gonna come closer. Oh, it is very fine. So fill it up. Look at that mist. Is beautiful. Ooh, I don't want to stop. Smells good too. I wonder if I can get this off of here. Yeah. And pour something else in there. Shoot. That's a beautiful mist. It don't feel like you can put anything on. You like in the face. So yeah, you can be very close with this. I wonder if the other mist is just fine. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my God. Now, I'm done. Yay. Let me turn this down a little bit, see what happened. If you guys be able to see my look a little bit better. I'm making it worse. I'm making it not bright enough. Okay, so we've done the damn thing. I'm sorry. I don't use it. We've done the dang thing. Like I see, so I didn't even know there was lashes up under there. See, it was two pairs. Didn't know that. And then you just take them off and fix it back, and then you stick. So we've done it. I did a full face. We're almost at 2 hours, so I do appreciate you guys hanging around if you did, or just have me playing in the background or whatever, or just came to the end to see the full face, the finished look or whatever, and see which eye is what. But I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I haven't worn makeup in quite a while. It only took as long as it took because I was opening stuff, showing stuff, getting a learning curve on how to use certain things. Because like I said, the majority of the things that I brought out here, I had not used before. Um, Learning how to put it, not how to put it on, but like I said, a learning curve for that particular product. Not, I can't put that on the same way I might put something else on. I messed up with the foundation and the concealer as far as how I usually put it on because I had new products, wasn't thinking properly, different brushes than I normally use. So not excuses, just facts. But I'm liking the look. Now, what I am going to do, which is something I never do, and I shouldn't do, I'm going to use this Lancome Le Crayon Kohl in Black Ebony, and I'm going to line my bottom lash. Now, this is from Lancome, and I'm hoping that it's just the fact. Let's see, do you see a difference? Okay. That it's new. It's a regular pencil, so it does not retract, but it is not soft and creamy either. So I'm hoping it's just the fact that it's new. This came in as a little sample in one of my what you call gift for purchase things. Now I shouldn't have did that because now I want to do the thing. Now let's just get to it. What eye is Dose of Colors? What eye is Victoria? Let me show you both palettes again. Make a determination before I show you the palettes. Are you ready? There are the palettes again. Which one is which? I really think if I had a wetter liner, a better liner for these lashes. Yeah, I can finally realize. Just and some big bold ones too. I just gotta get closer to my lash line. That's another problem. Like I said, I can't really see because I can't see on my glasses on, so I can't really see finite detail. Yeah, I'm loving the lip. Loving the lip. It's nice, nude, nudie, but color. I'm loving the eyes. I do have a favorite eye. And have you guessed which eye is Victoria, which is on top, or Dose of Colors, which is on the bottom? Well, if you guessed that this eye was the right eye, was Dose of Colors, you are correct. And I think the thing that may have given it away is the darker RV, because there is that black and there is no, the closest to the black in the Victoria Beckham is going to be that deep dark brown right here where my finger is tapping, but it's not as deep as that black. I prefer the Dose of Colors eye because of the definition of the black. And what really stumped me in the beginning was this color. This will be a great base color or highlight brow color that this one does not have. It does have this color, which is comparable to that base color in the Victoria Beckham, but it's a shimmer. And that would have really given it away, so I did not use it. But thank you. We are 2 hours in. But thank you for taking the time to watch my video, even if you have to come back in chunks or whatever. But this is the Dose of Color eye. This is the Victoria Beckham's eye. I only use 3 colors. So I use these 3 colors over here. And I used these 3 colors on the end here. To the ones at the top. Because that was the only way when I dug my finger in the, in my Vicky. So those are the colors used per eye. The 3 at the top here. I think that black really gave it away. And then if you did pay attention to that, and these 3 colors here. But let's try to put on that base color I was telling you about up under the brow. This is a little highlight. And that's really, I think, doing a little something there. You can tell? It's a little lifting. And so I'll look a little nutty. We're going to use, I wiped it off. I'm going to use a little shimmer up under this brow. Now I think I do, like I say, I do think I do prefer this right eye to the Dose to the Vicky's. I think they're very comparable. But this shimmer is just taking it up a notch. And what you could do is just use that shimmer right under the arch, and then use that Victoria brighter color here on the edges. So that really would have just focused and highlighted that arch. So can you tell? And put a little bit more Vicky on to kind of be in line with the other eye. Okay. So I will wear this to work, out shopping. Like I said, because I got to come from behind these glasses. Let's see if these lashes hit my glasses. I see, I had to come behind the glasses, so I need something a little bit more dramatic or bolder or whatever. But yeah, I'm really liking this look. I'm really liking this look. And now that I can focus a little bit better, I can see that you can see my look a little better. And now I can see what I need to do a little with this. Just a little more blending on that side. So yeah, I'm feeling so feminine and fancy. I'm feeling whimsical. Thanks so much for watching this long a video of mine. Like I said, I've been out of it. I've been filming just show and tells recently, but actual look. But I'll get back in a better vein. Like I said, 9 times out of 10, this is not going to happen very often, where we're going to have this long of a freaking video. I was just showing you all the stuff. But I might typically come on with my face done and we'll focus on eyes if that's what it's about, or focus on a face, or just a blush, or a highlighted area, a lippy, or something like that. And even with this, it's a nudie lippy, but you can put a gloss on it, amp it up a little bit. But yeah, this is a great lip. It's called the Faded Crush combo from Melt Cosmetics. Got it off of Shop Papers. Of course, you can shop Melt Cosmetics if you want. I did put on a deeper liner, which was the molasses, but it's not. It's not like a, you know what I'm saying, like heavy definition. This is just enough. Just enough. And it feels like the only thing I can feel, if I could say I could feel something, would be the lashes, because I don't typically wear them. But if that liner glue was the way it should have been, I think it would have the adherence would be a lot better, and I would feel it less. But they're very lightweight, and it's not irritating or annoying. I just know they're there. But I think if I wear them, like I said, they were on a little bit better as far as the adhesion. I wouldn't even notice that they're on. And I am going to start wearing lashes now, because I can get the bad boys on. Oh my God. And it's a nice natural lash. Like I said, me and regular lashes don't get along. And I didn't even need the tool. Maybe if the lash was a little bit longer. But yeah, I bought this. I figured I'd be able to put the lash there and just stick it. But yeah, I was able to get it on. But maybe I used the tool for my left eye, because it was a little daunting using my left hand, because I'm right hand dominant, trying to get that lash on. But yeah, I really like it. I like this look. I think it came out very well. Like I said, I like this eye because of the definition. This eye is pretty. I just like the definition a little bit better with this eye. Of course, that shimmer in that high arch is taking it up a notch. This is a more subdued eye. This is more, to me, a little bit more dramatic. So, day, night, if you want to go there, go a little bit heavier in the outer V with the black. Yeah, put on a more predominant lash, a little bit more highlight, or maybe a brighter highlight color on the brow bone. You're good to go. Amp this up a little bit more blush, out the door. And that freaking, what it do, spray, I don't know if the spray any good, but that mister, if the mister is different on the new one, she messed up. Unless it's better. But it felt like I wasn't even spraying anything. I just wanted to keep spraying. It was so light. It was just so light, just falling. Oh my God, that was great. I'm glad I got that. That's the first time using it too. So I'm gonna put something else in that bad boy. Another freaking spray, because that Mister is the business. It's worth. It's. I might go on eBay. I mean, if the setting spray does something different than another setting spray, and I really like it, then I'll go on eBay and buy it. But if it's just a mister that I'm loving, I got so many setting sprays. I'm just gonna unscrew that bad boy and put the new setting spray in there. Unless that mister is better than this mister, I'll try it out and use it, because that mister, top notch. I enjoyed every bit of this makeup application. Everything was good. Even that Monsieur Big mascara surprised me. The only thing was this lay crayon coat, and maybe just because it's, you know, there it is. So maybe it doesn't need to be warmed up or whatever, but it was kind of tuggy, draggy on my under eyelash line. So I didn't particularly care for that. But yeah, and the magnetic glue liner. What you gonna do? Like I said, it was $4. So see if that's still $4. I might go back on and get some additional lashes. But for right now, I got 4 pair for $12, and hopefully the other 2 liners aren't dried out. But yeah, that was a great buy. I'm gonna let you guys go. I could talk forever. I could, but I'm hungry. It's time. I didn't 2 hours ago started this video, and I gotta eat something. I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm gonna get though. Any suggestions throwing down? I'm probably gonna eat by the time you comment, but maybe I can get it for another day. Cause I love to eat. As you can see, big fat face. See these cheeks? I like to eat. All right. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other content. See if it resonates with you. I promised this little battle between the Victoria Beckham and the Dose of Color color schemes. So I have delivered. Hope you liked it. Tell me which eye you like best. Did you figure it out before I told you? Did you figure it out early on? Did the black give it away? Was my hesitation initially about what shade to start with? Did that give it away? I thought it would have. Did you like the lashes? Whatever. Try it. Make sure you look at Dion Laura. These are people I watch on the daily. Dion Laura, Accessorize Your Life, Makeup Without Limitations, It's Lori's Life, and Enamored Beauty. Check those ladies out. They are awesome, dynamic. Dion does lives all the time. I just can't stop looking at it. I haven't had makeup on it forever, so excuse me. But I'm liking it. And it's not too, I don't think it's too much. The only thing, like, oh, that freaking concealer. I think that's a user error though. I do believe that's a user error, so I'm gonna give that another try. But everything else performed very well, very well, and it seems to be holding up. I don't see anything in cracks and creases. Face don't look dried out or heavy or cakey. I don't mind little imperfections showing through, which is why I like a light to medium foundation. Foundation is great. The shade is great. I'm sure you can build it up. Um, Everything performed well, even the highlighter, and I don't even really do that. But you can see it, but it's not too much. It's not coming out. It's not glaring at you. I can go wherever I want to go with this look. I mean, date night, if I ever get a date. I wear it to work. Like I said, I go shopping in it, go to the grocery store, go get some gas, go out to eat. I think you do this day to night. Like I said, just bump up the outer V a little bit, make the liner a little heavier, the eyeliner, and then maybe bump the lash up a little bit. Redo the lip, maybe go to a bolder. But if you like the nude, cool. Maybe throw a gloss on, maybe go with a bolder lip, or just refresh this lip, which is probably what I'll do. Put a little bit more of that lipstick on. I've been talking and talking and talking, and I said I was gonna let you go 10 minutes ago, so I'm gonna do that. But like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for taking the time out for this long video, 2 hours and 14 minutes. Who knew? But yeah, it happened. So I hope that you liked it, and I will see you in other videos because I still got a ton of makeup to get through. This ain't it. This ain't all, y'all. It ain't all. So bye bye. I'll see you soon, and happy New Year to each and every one of you. I wish you blessings. I wish you abundance, health, and wealth, peace, peace, and harmony. And oh, also, Ms. Jackie Taylor, Jackie and the Other Side of Beauty. Don't forget to look her up too. She's great as well. So those are the ladies I typically watch on the whole. I watch them a lot. Yep. And yeah. Bye. Happy New Year. 2026. Woo!